Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I, Dr. Suman Jain, welcomes you in my YouTube channel, that is Medical Biochemistry by Dr. Suman Jain. So today we will see diagnostic use of enzymes. In enzymes are known as marker of cellular damage and their measurement in plasma is used now in the investigations of diagnostic use of enzymes. So what are diagnostic of liver, cardiac and skeletal muscle, the biliary tract and the pancreas. The enzymes that are found in plasma can be categorized into two groups. They are categorized into two groups: plasma specific enzymes and plasma non-specific. Now we come to the plasma specific enzymes. These plasma specific enzymes are those that have a definite and specific function in plasma. Plasma is their normal site of action and they are present in higher concentration in plasma than in most tissues. The enzymes involved in blood coagulation, ferrooxidase, pseudocholinesterase, lipoprotein lipase, these are enzymes that are synthesized in liver and are constantly liberated into plasma. These enzymes are clinically of interest when their concentration decreases in plasma. Now the plasma non-specific enzymes, these are enzymes with no known function in plasma. The concentration of these enzymes in tissue is very high than in plasma. Pathological damage to this tissue increases permeability of the cell membrane and allows cytoplasmic enzymes to leak into blood. A severe attack causing cell necrosis also disrupts the mitochondrial membrane, and both cytoplasmic and mitochondrial enzymes are detected in blood. Not all intracellular enzymes are equally valuable as indicators of cellular damage. Now the enzymes of diagnostic importance. So first enzyme is acid phosphatase, which is located in prostate and erythrocyte, that is RBC. Its clinical application is in prostate cancer. Alanine aminotransferase, that is ALT, that is present in liver, skeletal muscle and heart, and hepatoparenchymal disease, it is important in this disease. Aldolase, that is present in skeletal muscle and heart, and it is important in muscle disease. Alkaline phosphatase, it is present in liver, bone, kidney, intestinal mucosa and placenta. It is important in bone disease and hepatobiliary disease. Then amylase, it is present in salivary glands and pancreas. It is of clinical use in pancreatic disease or in peptic ulcer. Aspartate transaminase, that is AST. It is present in liver, skeletal muscle, heart, kidney and erythrocyte. It is for clinical importance in myocardial infarction, hepatic parenchymal disease, muscle disease and anemia. Then cholinesterase, it is present in liver. It is of clinical importance in organophosphorus insecticide poisoning, hepatic parenchymal disease. Creatine kinase, that is present in skeletal muscle, brain, heart, smooth muscle. It is of clinical importance in myocardial infarction and muscle disease. Then gamma glutamyl transferase, it is present in liver and kidney. It is of clinical importance in hepatobiliary disease and alcoholism. Lactate dehydrogenase, it is present in heart, liver, skeletal muscle, erythrocyte, platelet and lymphonodes. It is of clinical importance in myocardial infarction, hemolysis, hepatic parenchymal disease. 5-nucleotidase, it is of hepatobiliary tract, it is present there and it is important in disease of hepatobiliary only. Prostate specific antigen, it is present in prostate and it is important for prostate cancer. Trypsin, it is present in pancreas, it is important in pancreatic disease and cystic fibrosis. Now we come to the classification of diagnostic important enzyme. So diagnostic important enzymes are classified into four. One, it is liver, cardiac and skeletal enzymes. Second, it is biliary tract enzymes. Third, it is digestive enzymes of pancreatic origin. And fourth, it comes is other enzymes of clinical utility. So now we come to the first one, that is liver, cardiac and skeletal enzymes. These enzymes, in this category we will learn about aminotransferase or transaminases, alkaline phosphatases, creatine kinase and lactate dehydrogenase. In aminotransferase both will come AST and ALT. So aminotransferase or transaminases, the aminotransferases are a group of enzymes that catalyze the interconversion of amino acid to keto acid by transfer of amino group. By transamination, we have already learned these enzymes in transamination in protein chapter. The examples of aminotransferase of clinical interest are aspartate aminotransferase, also known as aspartate transaminase, AST. It was also formerly it was known as GOT, that is SGOT. Alanine aminotransferase, also known as alanine transaminase or ALT. Before it was known as SGPT, that is serum glutamate pyruvate transaminase. Now normal values of AST and ALT. The plasma AST normal values in adult is from 10 to 30 units per liter, and in women it is in men it is slightly higher, that is from 10 to 40 units per liter. AST is present in high concentration in cells of cardiac, liver, skeletal muscle and kidney. So damage of this tissue will increase the plasma AST. AST is SGOT. ALT is present in high concentration in liver and to the lesser extent in skeletal muscle, kidney and heart. So it plays an important role in liver disease. Both plasma AST and ALT levels are elevated in liver disease. Although serum levels of both AST and ALT become elevated in liver disease, ALT is more liver specific than AST. Plasma ALT elevations are rarely observed in condition other than liver disease. Moreover, elevations of ALT activity persist longer than those of AST activity. Increased AST level occurs in myocardial infarction. In heart muscle, as heart muscle contain relatively high concentration of AST, the plasma AST levels start increasing after 6 to 8 hours after the onset of chest pain, with peak values comes at 18 to 24 hours proportional to the extent of cardiac damage, and values fall to normal level by the 4th or 5th day provided no new infarct has occurred. ALT levels are within normal limits or only marginal increase in case of uncomplicated myocardial infarction, because the concentration of ALT in heart muscle is only a fraction of that of AST activity. AST activity levels are increased in progressive muscular dystrophy and dermatomyositis. It is usually normal in other types of muscle disease. Slight or moderate elevation of AST and ALT activities have been observed after intake of alcohol also. So after administration of various drugs such as opiates, salicylates or ampicillin. ALP are group of enzyme that hydrolyzes. Now we come to the next enzyme. So two enzymes of liver, cardiac and skeletal muscle we have seen, that is AST and ALT. Now we come to the third enzyme. This is alkaline phosphatase, that is known as ALP. So alkaline phosphatase are a group of enzyme that hydrolyzes organic phosphate at alkaline pH. They are present in most tissue but are in particularly high concentration in intestinal epithelial cell, kidney tubules, bone, liver and placenta. In adult, plasma ALP is derived mainly from bone and liver and is approximately equal portions. Increased osteoblastic activity increases the level of plasma ALP, which may be physiological. So it increases, if the osteoblastic activity increases, the alkaline phosphatase also increases. Normal value of in adult, it is from 400 40 international unit per liter to 125 international unit per liter. During pregnancy, the plasma total ALP level rises due to contribution of the placental isoenzymes. In children, the total activity is about 2.5 times more than the normal upper limit because of the increased osteoblastic activity. Clinical significance: plasma ALP measurements are of particular interest in the investigation of hepatobiliary disease and bone disease associated with increased osteoblastic activity. In hepatobiliary disease, in extrahepatic obstruction, the elevation of alkaline phosphatase is more significant than the intrahepatic obstruction and usually return to normal or surgical removal of obstruction. Infectious hepatitis that affect liver parenchymal cells also show only moderate elevated or even normal plasma ALP level. In bone disease, as among bone disease, the highest level 10 to 25 times the normal upper limit of plasma alkaline phosphatase are seen with Paget's disease, that is osteocyte deformans, and as a result of the action of osteoblastic cells that as they try to rebuild bone that is being reabsorbed by the uncontrolled activity of osteoclast. Very high levels of plasma alkaline phosphatase occur in bone cancer. Its moderate increase is seen in osteomalacia and rickets. Then slight or moderate elevation it is seen in Fanconi syndrome and hyperparathyroidism. Transient elevation may be found during healing of bone fractures. The placental like so-called regain isoenzymes may occasionally be identified in plasma in patients with carcinoma of lung, liver and gut. Certain tumors also have been produced ALPs called as nego-isoenzymes that appear to be modified form of non-placental isoenzyme. Now number 2. So liver, cardiac and skeletal muscle, or bone we have seen. Now we come to the second type, that is biliary tract enzymes. In this enzyme category we will see about two enzymes, that is 5-nucleotidase and gamma glutamyl transferase. 5-nucleotidase or NTP is distributed, nucleotide phosphatase, that is NTP. It is distributed widely throughout the tissue and is localized in cytoplasmic membrane of the cell in which it occurs. 5-nucleotidase is a phosphatase that acts only on nucleosidase 5-phosphate such as AMP, releasing inorganic phosphates and adenosines. Normal values, normal serum NTP, that is nucleotide phosphatase level, is 2 units per liter to 17 units per liter. Lower values have been reported in children. Its clinical significance is increase in this serum NTP occurs in hepatobiliary disease in which obstruction occurs with the secretion of the bile. The obstruction may be due to extrahepatic causes such as stone, tumor, including the bile duct, or intrahepatic cause such as cholestasis caused by chlorpromazine, malignant infiltration of liver, or biliary tract cirrhosis. Thus, both NTP and ALP behave similarly in case of hepatobiliary disease. But any significant rise in NTP is virtually specific for hepatobiliary disease because an increase in NTP activity is minimal in skeletal disease. Then gamma glutamyl transferase. The gamma glutamyl transferase catalyzes the transfer of gamma glutamyl group from peptides to some acceptor. Gamma glutamyl transferase is present in serum and in all cells except those in muscles. GTT is located in the cell membrane and may transport amino acid and peptides into the cell across the cell membrane in the form of gamma glutamyl peptidates. GTT also involved in the synthesis of glutathione. The normal levels at 37 degrees is, for male it is 2 units to 30 units, whereas for female it is 1 unit to 25 units per liter. Now significance, it is GTT is elevated in all forms of liver disease. It is more sensitive than ALP, NTP and transaminase in detection of obstructive jaundice, cholangitis and cholecystitis, because GTT present in serum appears to originate primarily from hepatobiliary system. The rise in GTT level occurs earlier in this disease than do these other enzymes and persists longer. Anticonvulsant drugs such as phenytonyl and phenobarbital demonstrate raised level of the serum GTT due to induction of synthesis of new enzymes. In skeletal muscle liver disease, Paget's disease, ALP increase significantly, but the level of GTT remain normal. Thus, measurement of GTT levels in serum helps ascertain whether observed elevations of ALP are caused by skeletal disease or reflect the presence of hepatobiliary disease. Now the third type, that is digestive enzymes of pancreatic origin. The digestive enzymes such as alpha amylase, lipase, trypsin, chymotrypsin are secreted by the pancreas, are investigated for the diagnosis of pancreatic disease. Now number 1 enzyme, that is alpha amylase. Calcium metalloenzymes. It is an enzyme that catalyzes the hydrolysis the alpha 1,4-glycosidic linkage in polysaccharide. It is the only enzyme normally found in urine because the enzyme is small enough to pass through the glomeruli and the kidney. The clinical significance is that the amylase activity in serum and urine are primarily in the diagnosis of disease of pancreas and investigation of pancreatic function. In case of acute pancreatitis, a transient rise is seen of serum amylase. It occurs in 2 to 12 hours of the onset, and the maximum level attained is 12 to 72 hours, and which return to the normal by day 3 or 4. The magnitude of the elevation of serum enzyme activity is not related to the severity of pancreatic involvement. However, the greater the rise, the greater is the probability of pancreatitis. An increase in serum amylase may be due to necessarily the pancreatitis. Some tumors of the lung and ovary may also contain considerable amount of amylase activity. Hyperamylasemia occurs with salivary gland lesions caused by infection, irritation, obstruction, surgery and tumor. Biliary tract disease such as cholecystitis have caused up to 4-fold elevations of the serum amylase activity as a result of either primary or secondary pancreatic involvement. A significant amount of serum amylase is excreted in the urine, and therefore elevation of serum activity is reflected in the rise of urinary amylase level. The normal value of amylase in urine is less than 375 units per liter. It is increased in acute pancreatitis. It is increased on the first day and remain to the elevated for up to 8 to 10 days. Then macroamylasemia. It is the presence of macroamylase in serum. In such patients, high serum amylase activity occurs due to low renal excretion of macroenzyme form despite normal glomerular function. This condition is symptomless, and macroamylase is a rare form of amylase which is formed by binding of ordinary amylase to IgA, IgG or other normal or abnormal high molecular weight plasma proteins. These harmless condition may be confused with the other causes of hyperamylasemia if amylase and creatinine are assayed in simultaneously plasma and urine sample, and amylase clearance to creatinine clearance ratio can be calculated. If the result is multiplied by 100, a ratio of less than 0.02 is suggestive of macroamylasemia. Now the third enzyme, that is lipase. The lipases enzyme hydrolyze triacylglycerol to beta monoglyceride and fatty acid. For catalytic activity of lipase, bile salts and cofactor called colipase are required. Most lipase found in serum is produced in pancreas, but some also is secreted by the lingual salivary glands and gastric, pulmonary and intestinal mucosa. Lipase activity also has been found in leukocytes, adipose tissue and milk. Serum normal lipase value is 0.2 units per liter to 1 units per liter. Now clinical significance, lipase measurement on serum, plasma and ascitic and pleural fluid are also used to investigate pancreatic disorder, pancreatitis. Sometimes when it is difficult to interpret plasma amylase result, it may be useful to measure serum lipase instead. In addition, lipase has a longer half-life than amylase and therefore may be more useful in diagnosis of late presenting acute pancreatitis. After an attack of acute pancreatitis, serum lipase activity increases within 4 to 8 hours, peaks at about 24 hours and decreases within 8 to 14 days. Serum remain elevated than those of amylase. Acute pancreatitis may produce ascitic fluid, pleural fluid or both. This fluid may contain lipase activity. Obstruction of the pancreatic duct by an calculus or carcinoma of the pancreas may cause an increase in serum lipase activity. In cases of mumps, that is acute parotitis, without pancreatic involvement, serum lipase activity usually is not elevated, but serum amylase activity is elevated. Now come to the next enzyme, that is trypsin. Trypsin hydrolyzes the peptide bond formed by the carboxyl group of lysine or arginine with other amino acid. Natural trypsin inhibitor, that is alpha-1 antitrypsin, are present in pancreatic juice, serum and urine. These inhibitors protect plasma and other protein against hydrolysis by trypsin and other proteases. The absence of alpha antitrypsin is associated with emphysema in early life. Now the clinical significance, that serum trypsin may be used to screen cystic fibrosis during the first 6 weeks of life. Blockage of pancreatic ductules, sticky mucus secretion causes high serum trypsin concentration. After about 6 weeks, serum concentration may fall as pancreatic insufficiency develops. Determination of trypsin in gastrointestinal secretions is used to evaluate pancreatic function and diagnose chronic pancreatitis and fibrocystic disease. It hydrolyzes peptide bond involving carboxyl group of tryptophan, leucine, tyrosine and phenylalanine with preference for the aromatic residues. The acellular cells of human pancreas synthesize 2 different types of chymotrypsin. Now we come to the next enzyme, that is chymotrypsin. trypsin. It is 1 or 2 with chymotrypsin 2 being major species. In the form of inactive proenzyme zymosin, chymotrypsinogen 1 and 2. In the intestinal tract, the chymotrypsinogen are converted to chymotrypsin by the action of trypsin. Its normal values are 15 to 78 microgram per liter. The clinical significance, its major application is in the assay of pancreatic disorder. In hepatobiliary disease state, elevation is twice the upper limit of normal level. As with trypsin and amylase, elevation of serum chymotrypsin 2 reaches 8 times the normal level in renal failure. Thank you very much. So 3 types of diagnostic role we have seen. The importance of other enzymes in diagnostic role is remaining, so that you will see in the next lecture. So please like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much.